Welcome to the Clubhouse News. Today is Tuesday, January 26th, 2021, and we're on a day D rotation. My name is Aiden.
And my name's Addison.
And we'll be here for the news. On this day in 1802, Congress passed an act calling for a U.S. Capitol Library. On this day in 1837, Michigan was admitted as the 26th U.S. state.
1 year later, in 1838, Tennessee enacts the first probation law in the United States. In 1905, the world's largest diamond, the 3,106 carat column, is found in South Africa. Today's National Peanut Brittle Day. I wonder how this is made.
Hi, I'm Shelly Young. I'm the owner of the Chopping Block, and today I'm going to teach you how to make peanut brittle. This is my sister's recipe, so it's a recipe that is very special to me and one that my family loves, and I wanted to share with you. The first thing you want to consider when you're getting ready to make peanut brittle is that you have an appropriate pan. We're using a heavy gauge aluminum pan today, but any heavy gauge pan will work. You want to have a pan like this so that the candy does not burn. A thin gauge pan, we can get hot spots, and you might have a problem with it burning. The next step is we want to butter our pan. We've buttered our pan, and the next step is to add 1½ cups of granulated white sugar, 1/2 cup of water, a ½ teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 of a cup of corn syrup. We're going to turn our pan on a moderately high heat. Mix the ingredients so that your thermometer isn't touching the bottom of the pan, but is completely immersed in the syrup. Once our candy syrup has reached 240 degrees, the next step is to add our Spanish peanuts. It's 12 ounces Spanish peanuts. At this point, we're going to start stirring the mixture constantly. Until this point, we haven't stirred the syrup at all, other than just to combine the ingredients in the beginning. The reason that we originally buttered this pan is so that the syrup, as it bubbles up the side of the pan, would not cling to the side of the pan and cause crystallization in the pan. We're now at 340 degrees. I'm going to turn the heat off here. We've got a nice, beautiful caramel. We're going to add to this 3/4 of a tablespoon of butter, unsalted butter. We're going to have a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to stir that in. And the last thing we're going to add to this mixture is 1½ teaspoons of baking soda. Now you're going to see quite a reaction when I add this. The peanut brittle will start to foam and bubble up. This is a wonderful technique in the peanut brittle because what this does is it will allow the peanut brittle to be nice and tender. We're going to pour this onto a sheet pan that has been buttered. And you want to do this relatively quickly so that the caramel does not continue to cook, or the peanut brittle does not continue to cook and burn. You don't need to spread that out, it'll just spread out on its own. So our peanut brittle has set at room temperature for about an hour. It's nice and cool at this point. It's time to break it up. So in a sheet pan like this, I usually will just pop it on the edge of the counter. You can see how it all came up like this. The next is the fun part. Break it up just like that. That's how you make peanut brittle.
That's me.
Now, please stand for the pledge in a moment of silence. Thanks. Have a great day.
Set a goal and do a good deed.